June 24th, 4:16 a.m. A Russian landing craft carrying 30 elite soldiers was approaching the Ukrainian coast. Its mission was secret, its objective unknown. But what was certain was that Ukraine had been watching. For 27 minutes, a Turkish-made Bayraktar TB-2 drone had been circling quietly at 18,000 feet, beyond the reach of Russian radar. Its cameras transmitted every detail, every change in speed and direction to Ukrainian commanders on the ground. The vessel was a Cerna-class landing craft, small, fast, designed for stealth landings. And the troops it carried were not ordinary infantry. Their posture, equipment, and formation suggested reconnaissance units, sabotage teams, forces intended to slip behind defensive lines and disrupt infrastructure. This was not a random patrol. It was a calculated insertion, and Ukraine had the rare advantage of foresight. They were not reacting. They were anticipating. What made this operation remarkable was not only the hardware, but the timing. The TB-2 had taken off at 2 a.m. from a hidden site near Mykolaiv, navigating a deliberate path through radar blind spots. Flying at a steady 70 knots, its small engine produced little noise or heat. To Russian sensors, it appeared no more significant than a bird against the night sky. But its payload was far from ordinary. The TB-2 carried a Canadian-built MX-15D optical suite, capable of reading a license plate from 20 kilometers and detecting the faint heat trail of an engine on the water. For half an hour, it followed the convoy, collecting data in silence. Then at 3:47 a.m., the picture grew clearer. One Cerna, then another, then a third. 3 landing craft, moving in formation, heading toward a sector west of Kherson. Intelligence reports had already flagged the area. Intercepted communications, unexplained drone activity, localized GPS jamming. This was no coincidence. Onboard silhouettes confirmed the suspicion. Dozens of soldiers, heavily equipped, their gear consistent with ground operations far from the shoreline. If they reached land, Ukraine risked a new front opening behind its defenses. In the command room, the choice was stark. To strike was to reveal the drone's presence. To wait was to invite sabotage inland. At 4:15 a.m., the order was given. Engage. The TB-2 repositioned carefully, arcing behind the convoy for a clean line of attack. Its weapon, a Turkish-made MAML micromunition, laser-guided, compact but precise. Each drone can carry 4, yet tonight a single shot might be decisive. But at the moment of targeting, the system faltered. The laser guidance failed. For one tense minute, the drone hovered in silence, its operators racing to reboot. Then at 4:47 a.m., the beam returned. Seconds later, the missile dropped. The strike was direct. The munition tore into the rear vessel, likely the command craft. But what followed was unexpected. A far larger secondary explosion, lighting up the water with flames and debris. Thermal imaging revealed the cause. The soldiers had been carrying demolition charges, thermite-based explosives, the kind used to disable bridges, communication lines, and energy systems. This was not a simple landing. It was a sabotage mission, stopped before it began. The other Russian craft reacted instantly, turning southeast at full throttle. There was no attempt to regroup, no effort to recover survivors. The retreat was not tactical, it was panicked. And with that, the operation collapsed. One drone, one missile, one decision, an entire Russian mission unraveled in less than an hour. But the significance extended far beyond the destruction of a single vessel. It demonstrated a shift in Ukraine's warfare. No longer reactive, but proactive. No longer waiting for threats to materialize, but intercepting them silently, surgically, at sea. The lesson was clear. Modern conflicts are no longer decided solely by brute force. They are shaped by patience, precision, and restraint, by knowing when to wait and when to strike. As dawn broke over the Black Sea, Ukraine had not only repelled an incursion, it had proven that the age of silent, precise warfare is already here. And those who rely on heavy firepower alone may find themselves outmaneuvered by drones, data, and operators with nerves of steel. What happened that morning was more than a tactical success. It was a signal to Russia and to the world that the balance of power is shifting quietly in the shadows, where information moves faster than ships, and a single decision can change the course of an entire campaign.